Hey everyone, I'm Lou, and this little segment is about the status quo in this country. Now, what I mean by that is what, everyday people expect to see you as, portray you as, how you look, how you react, and just, how you represent yourself. Sometimes that might not, equal out to what other people think is normal. Just a little example, me and my family go out to some, you know, um, I guess a decent restaurant. And, sometimes I just can't help but feel like the odd man out, my family, anyway. Um, I'm sure this happens to other people, but let's say, you show up, you're kind of given the cold shoulder by the concierge at the front desk. The waiter or waitress, might not um, give you the full lowdown of the specials and whatever, like the good treatment, put it that way. And makes you feeling like, is it me? But, lo and behold, you hear the next table, who's probably just as new as you, gets the full extravagant, experience. And you're left wondering, what the hell? Now, this hasn't happened all the time, but when it does, it's very noticeable and just frustrating. It's like, my money's just as green as everyone else. My blood is just as red as everyone else. You know, I, thought we live in a very diverse society, and that's like the building blocks of how people should just go about their normal life. But apparently, this status quo thing is getting worser by the moment. I'm led to believe it's maybe how we dress. We're dressed very alternative in regards to me and my family. Maybe some people like the whole dressing up thing. Sports coat, dress. Expensive collar or polo shirts. I don't know. That's just not me. But I can dress pretty well if I want to, depending on the place. I mean, like, come on. No one wants to get all pristine for a restaurant. They could, go on an everyday basis. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not wearing a suit and tie, the same place a tourist would go to. But I expect just as much, respect and convenience as anyone else, regardless of what I'm going to spend. It's just, how it goes. I honestly think it's, maybe it's not how we dress, but just maybe how we carry ourselves. We just, are not what people expect or look for, And I see this a lot, maybe it's like a judge of character. Maybe people assume you're going to spend X amount of money, or assume this is what you want, or how you like to be treated. No one should assume anything. It's just, nature. Not everyone is the same, and I like it that way. But not everyone should be treated any less because they're different or don't fit into society. I've always been a rebel. I'll, conform, if I have to, maybe, but it'll always be to, my favoring. I'm not going to bend myself in this way or another just because, I'll get better treatment or something. It's insane. No one should feel out of place when you go to a public eatery or whatever. I'm seeing this happen more and more often, and it's just getting annoying, pretty much. It's like, when are these highfalutin people are going to realize that a person sitting next to you in rags or not up to date in his wardrobe could be a fucking millionaire for all you know? That's all I'm saying. It's all about what, our perception drives us. You see a bum on the street, you think, okay, this is, obviously a symbol for being poor. So you compare it to other people. You see some guy on the street who's not poor, who, works, but just, doesn't look like, he's wearing an Armani suit, or he looks like a punk rocker, or whatever. You right away, a lot of people that I see anyway assume that, Thank God there's a small community of us that, just refuse to live like that and accept people, which is, the key word here, exception. People should just practice that more, I think, Get to know one another. Love thy neighbor, or whatever, But no, instead, you have, judgmental people at restaurants, stores, anywhere you could think of. That's when someone walks in the door, right off the bat, they're like, I know what to expect from this person, and I'm going to go by that. it's completely wrong. And if you think everyone is going to stay quiet on that, no. I'm one of many, you know. If anything, the social outlet has given us opportunity to express our feelings here and why we feel rejected in some societies, you know. Yeah, I'm not here to start no personal revolution or nothing. I'm just making this aware that I think, store owners, waiters, people who run businesses shouldn't judge a character by their company or how they dress. If they're paying lawful citizens, then what's the problem? So what if they're not, wearing, I don't know, what the next thing is on the market? Leave them alone, Treat them like how you would want to be treated. I'm just tired of having, to fall into line or just being forced to, comply with the standards. There shouldn't be standards. This is a free country, right? So therefore, people should be free to choose however they want to dress or, wear that day or whatever. Just talk. I don't know. It just shouldn't be a problem to begin with. Not now, not ever. Now, if you don't get what I'm talking about, or if you're one of the people that, practice these discriminating actions towards people, and if you think, this is a class society, then I'm sorry, you're the problem. People will always be diverse in what they wear and how they feel and how they come off, towards one another. This is America. This is just how it's going to be. So if you're out next time, dinner, movie, a store, and feel like the other people around you are getting treated better, then speak your mind through social media, Yelp, whatever will make you feel better and to get your opinion and voice heard. Just going out with your family in general should be a pleasant experience, and it shouldn't be ruined by the overall disrespect. In my opinion, there should be no status quo. I mean, unless you're going to some ball or party or, that's like a black tie affair, it's different. But I'm talking about everyday life stuff. You shouldn't be, alienated or, shunned upon because of, how you look. It's just how it goes. Sorry. I remember growing up, being different was cool. Now it's like, you really going to wear that going out? Like, what? Why? Why should that even be a thing? Once again, there's a reason why we live here. There's a reason why things are the way they are. This is freedom. Or something close to it, And I just don't want to be judged for, wearing a band shirt or, no brand name jeans or whatever, If I could pay for my meal and just be competent in ordering or even showing up, then I should be treated equal. I'm hopeful, though. Maybe sometime in the future, everyone will be treated equally, and, I won't have to do things like this. But until then, yeah, you're going to hear from me and from everyone else who feels ousted. I could go down the whole list and name, stores, restaurants, bars that treat me, my friends, and my family like we're, aliens or plague victims. But, I feel like those out there listening to this or someone interested, know that because they too have experienced the same exact thing. Because in the end, we're not so different after all. Unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth or rich, then this just doesn't apply to you. Because in the end, no one wants to feel like, they don't belong or worse. Or rejected for that matter. So to all the public servers, business owners, and staff, before you go judge a book by its cover, take a look in the mirror, a good look, and then judge yourself first. Well, that's all I have to say, and thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from this.